Okay, my buddies, welcome to the end of week 11 here on the program. This is going to be the penultimate time we go through this particular full body session. So, as ever, I'm going to talk you through what to expect from the program, the equipment we're going to be needing, as well as adjustments that we might be making along the way. But don't worry, as this session is coached, you're going to feel that I'm with you the whole time. And I'll be suggesting ways in which you can tweak this stuff, because this is no joke. I'm not insulting your training intelligence. This is some real deal business, but therein lies the greatness of this program and how we harness so many amazing facets of your health and fitness. All right, shut up there. Let's talk about it. So we've got primarily dumbbell work. I'm going to be using anything from 5, 12.5, 20, maybe even 30 kilos today if we're feeling full of beans, as well as I'm going to be using this bench, but all you need to get the most out of the movement that I am doing with this, the Copenhagen planks, is some form of elevation, chair, sofa, table, whatever. And if you don't have that or anywhere to elevate that foot, you can just perform a side plank, regular side plank, dynamic up and down, no problemo. A cushion or a yoga block might be nice for the shrimp squats to help reduce the range of motion, because that is a really tough movement, just something to touch your rear knee to. But again, not essential, just a nice to have depending on the current level you're at with your shrimp squats. So let's talk through the game plan. Our prime work, where we do a 2-rounder, we're going to be doing alternating shrimp reverse lunge here just to prime our position and sort of get a feel for how that single leg movement's going to feel. Loaded T-spine rotation, I'm going to be using a very light weight here, and I'm actually going to do this on the floor, so no windmills this week. Just a different variation to be able to isolate that T-spine rotation. And then we can do some straddle leg extensions to warm up the adductors and the hip flexors. You could do a butterfly to straddle if that position is inaccessible to you, and I'll talk about that when we get there. Today's explosive work is going to be a rotational jump lunge. Now, I'm going to be using a 5 kilo there, and I'm going to be jumping from one side to another in that alternating lunge position for 5 reps per side. You could go no weight if the jump itself is going to be challenging, or use a very light one, okay, as we rotate side to side. That is, like I said, 5 reps per side at the top of every 90 seconds times 3 sets, so plenty of rest there so we can stay snappy and explosive. Then comes a big meaty section that every 3 minutes on the minute we are doing our foundation piece. Now that is where we're going to be doing shrimp squats. Now that could be as low as 3 reps because it's a really hard move depending on the level you're doing, as high as 10 even if you're going to be doing more of a shrimp reverse lunge, whereby that rear foot is contacting the ground. Whatever challenges you, I want you to do. The bent press, however, I recommend sticking to a 3 to 5 rep range. That move takes a while per rep, and it's a lot of sort of nuance and positional awareness. So across those 4 rounds, so 4 lots of every 3 minutes, we want to just be finding some challenging stuff going on in the shrimp squat, as well as building to a tough set of 3 to 5 on the bent press. Then we've got our Fortify section, so 60 seconds of work, 30 seconds rest, done twice through. We've got that Zercher good morning, dumbbell held at the chest as we do a hip hinge. If that logistically doesn't feel good for you, you could pop it on the upper back, maybe a little bit harder there, or you could simply perform a Romanian deadlift, dumbbells in front of the legs instead. Dynamic Copenhagens, that could be done on the knee, that's where the elevation comes in. Knee and elbow. I'm going to start with foot and elbow today. Longer lever, harder work for the adductors there. And depending on how that feels, if I can make it all the way through 60 seconds, I'll come up onto my hand. But the full 60-second Copenhagen there is no joke. That's really tough stuff. Now our finisher for today, spicy stuff, building on the themes that we've been working with recently, squeezing in just a bunch of classics here, get some volume in through those muscle groups that we're not really focusing on in today's full body session. We have got 2 sets to failure of a bent over row, and a push-up. So the bent over row, I want you to use the heaviest weight that you can that probably gets you 8 to 10 reps. Push-up you could do on the knees, you could do regular ones on the floor. I'm going to be elevating my hands on the dumbbells I used to do the bent over row to get extra range of motion for a harder variation. Take those push-ups to failure. Back-to-back rounds there, 2 sets. And then we're going to do 2 sets of 10 repetitions of a front squat and 10 push press overhead. Really simple, but a nice sprucey way to finish things up there today. Okay, it's jolly windy. I didn't think it would be today. So I appreciate that the audio might get a little disruptive, but it's the quality of the content that matters, not the audio quality. That hasn't got a ring to it at all. Anyway, it's been a long week, so let's finish up with a bang here. I'm looking forward to getting this session done. Okay, buddies. I'm ready. It's taken a lot to get me here, but I'm ready. Alternating shrimp reverse lunge. We want to keep as close as we can. We're going to point that toe to keep as much weight out of the foot as possible. Kind of like that, right? Because that shrimp squat puts us in that really tight position where that torso is going to come forward quite a bit. Again, if you've been doing these for the last few weeks with me, you know how tough that is. Who knew we could find a single leg movement tougher than the last?
Halfway there.
If the full shebang shrimp squat or keeping that foot off the ground is not flying for you today, you could stick to a variation like this. You could maybe even add some dumbbells.
10 seconds.
When the time comes, and I'll remind you of that then.
Rest.
Now I'm going to come down into this side lying position. We get to do one side at a time. I am going to add a weight. Top knee in touch with the floor. You don't have to add a weight. You might find if you're really stiff, oof. But we're going to just open like a book. Slow as that arm comes over. Don't worry about touching the floor if you can't quite get there. And then bring it back.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh. I'm going to leave it right there.
Rest. Round 3. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Now, if you're with me last week, you remember we did the butterfly to straddle, slow and controlled. That could be a great option today. What I'm about to show you isn't necessarily harder, it's just different. I'm going to go with straddle leg extensions. Okay, so challenging in a different way. Really trying to squeeze the quads, point the toes. Get a bit tougher by sitting taller.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh, toasty. Okay,
Rest.
those are our 3 moves. We're going to get on and do it again. Okay.
Round 5. Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Okay.
Round 6. Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Oh man, on fire.
Round 7. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Okay. Last of our prime time.
Last round. Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh man, toughie.
Rest.
Okay. Got ourselves this minute and change here before we jump into our rotational jump lunges. So we're essentially going to be here,
Rest.
and if we're going to hold a weight, or you could squeeze your hands and use it as a fake sort of imaginary weight, where we do that kind of business. Okay, so maybe you do want to go body weight at first, because we want the intent here to be for us to be moving snappy and explosively, not spend all that much time in between, in fact minimal time, so the moment we contact down, getting back into the next repetition. And like I said, 5 per side, a nice dose for us here. I'm going to hold a 5 kilo, even that will be more than enough. Oh, lovely.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. It's all over rather quickly. I'm not going to lie, I felt like a slug looking for his shell there. The next one will be better. Just a jolly good reminder as to why it's important to train speed, strength, power, things of that nature. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't use it,
Halfway there.
you lose it. Jolly good. Wow, here we are, workout 33 of 36. As ever, it's been a roller coaster. I cannot thank you enough for joining me thus far. Whoa. Whoa. It's always good to remind yourself you're capable of maybe more than you give yourself credit for, or more than your challenges have made you believe you're
10
capable of.
seconds.
Whether it be your physicality, my ability to stick to an upload schedule.
Round 2.
Cha! Cha! That was chaotic, but I think on the right side of in a good way. I know what I need to do for that last set. Oh, that was chaotic there. Keeping count was the hardest part. If you don't mind, I'm going to count aloud on my next one.
Halfway there.
Okay.
10 seconds. Round 3. Last round.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, came down kind of hard on that one. That was the worst of the lot, but hey ho. Okay then. More rest than we know what to do with here. Sorry about that, but who am I kidding? I like a rest period. Shrimp squat and bent press. So if you're curious about what I'm going to do today,
Halfway
shrimp squats are one of those ones I've actually been seeing good progress with. No matter who you are, that's always a real tough one. And whenever I've encountered it in a program, I'm like, what? So hard. But I was able to build up to whatever it was. I think sets of 5 last time with holding my rear foot with both hands. That's our hardest variation. In between would be reaching with that same side hand, holding with this one. Really tough. Probably a more practical one for most of us will be still tough, but holding on for support for that one. And if that is all just still a big no-no, I would recommend just trying to keep as much weight through this one as we can, for as long as we can, touching the foot, and then driving off that working foot. There's an option there for you, no matter who you are. If you happen to be coming from a place currently, however, where you're experiencing some knee pain or whatnot, you could simply try, you'd know by now given our warm-up, but a reverse lunge. The more vertical to the shin, generally speaking, depending on the situation, the less force is going through the knee. So have a play, and if you need to sit it out, you can sit it out. But if you're here, I know it's because you're ready to party.
10 seconds.
I'm going to warm things up, holding with one side. Bearing in mind we've got 4 sets. 4 sets.
Let's go.
Balance is obviously a big component here. Soften that touch, Jaspies. Okay, very nice. Right leg's always worse. Hopefully getting better. Okay. Now that bent press, we're going to have a dumbbell here, elbow at the hip. If I'm going right which I will do, I'm going to point my toes to the left, stick the bum out, and press my body down, until the weight is locked out and stand up. I'm starting with a 20 kilo here, which is generally my favorite weight for this. Go as slow as you need to. I'm going to do 5 here, but probably build up to sets of 3 if I go heavier.
Halfway there.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay, it's quite a lot of work. Minute to go. I'm gonna take things up a notch with the shrimps, with the double deal. Very hard on the balance. And go for sets of 3 if I can with that 30 kilo bell.
Seconds.
Okay.
Round 2.
Let's go, baby. Not a good start, Jasper. Jesus. Come on, focus. Very tough. Come on. I'm ready for a pleasant surprise. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not my finest hour, that one, but still better than when we first started. Ah. 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 Cool. Super cool.
Halfway there.
Oof. Oh, still 2 sets to go. My goodness. I'll tell you what I want to try. I'm going to try something. What am I going to try? I'm going to try a deficit, but with one hand. So I'm going to try like that. Never done that before, but that feels like it could be a happy medium. That would be wild. Let's see, let's see.
10 seconds. Round 3.
Oh my goodness. Come on, drama. All right, let's get one more for luck, because that other one was so bad. Oh, Billy. Okay. Whoopsie. Oh, yeah. Oh. That might be my favorite variation, you know. Holy mackerel. Oh.
Halfway there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm having a scrappy day. It's a scrappy day. Not very polished at all. Oh, what a world. Okay. I've been really loving, you guys have been sharing some of your wins recently. Like more and more I'm hearing about, like, wow, this has gotten better, this has gotten better. If you haven't shared that with me already, I'd love to hear what your biggest improvement has been on the program. Physically, mentally, anything really.
Last round.
What's your favorite takeaway? Oh, yeah. Oh my word. Fair enough. Success. I'm calling that a great success. Halfway there.
Halfway there.
I got you. Someone's getting tired. Oof. I'm going to pop that there for my Zerchers. Couple of minutes for Papa J. Cool. 90 seconds. And then we're going to do our hip hinge movement. I'm going to hold my dumbbell here. I'm going to stick to the Zercher. I'm fine with that right now. You could go on the back if you needed to. Go nice and light if you haven't done that before. Or a little heavier for a regular RDL. If that's going to make more sense for you today.
10 seconds.
And then either you're going to do a side plank hip dip on the floor. Or join us for the Copenhagen delight with a knee on top of the surface, or you can work your way down contact points to make the lever longer and longer and make it harder and harder. Oh, it's time. 5:38. Oh my God. I got nursery pickup in 15 minutes. That's cozy, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay. Hey.
Let's go.
So whatever we're doing, let's keep those knees soft. Let's reach the butt back. Find your best hamstring glute stretch. Pow! Drive through.
Halfway there.
In.
10 seconds.
Whoosh.
Rest.
Okay. So like I said, on the floor, or for the Copenhagen variation, on the knee. If you hit 60 seconds last time, let's try something a bit tougher. Hip to floor, drive.
Halfway there.
Oh, it's tough.
10 seconds.
I didn't make the full 60, did I? So, still, good challenge. Perhaps we can do that next week. I was very close. I'm going to say that was more of a mental foible than anything. Not feeling mentally strong today.
Round 3. Halfway there.
This shirt will not do, will it? Here we go, hold to the end.
Ten seconds. Rest.
Toughness. Toughness, toughness. Okay, my friends, one more set. Oopsie.
Round 4. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Jolly D.
Round 5. Halfway there.
Stuck. I'm going to carry on the knee, I'm afraid. Ooh.
Ten seconds.
Oh, it's so hard. Oh, man. Okay.
Last round. there.
Oh.
10 seconds. Rest.
Jeepers creepers. Wowza. So, bent over row, 2 dumbbells, something moderate to heavy, because we're going to go row, push up, resting only if you absolutely have to. So,
Rest.
I'm there. I'm going to go push-ups on my dumbbells to get that deep range of motion. Meet yourself where you're at. We've been doing lots of push-ups on this program, so hopefully they are better than ever. But that could be on the knees, it could be regular on the floor, it could be deficit with me, or somewhere in between. You could go eccentric full push-up on the toes, and then come to the knees for the way back up. It's a really nice progression. Back to back, and then dumbbell front squat times 10 into push press times 10. Oh. It's just a 2-rounder on each. It's not going to take forever, so you can rest where you absolutely have to. And then we'll do some stretches.
Seconds.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Taking a wee breather. I'm going to go 20 kilos for the next complex. Now this one's going to be toasty. Front squats here, into the push press, on those fatigued shoulders. Yucky. I'm going to let the lungs come down a little bit. Oh, that was getting ugly.
Halfway there.
I don't want it to get worse than that, so I'm gonna have a nice rest. Ooh. Okay. You can carry on. I'm gonna have to split up those push press. Unbelievable. Oh, Jasper. All right, 5 to go for me.
One minute.
Oh my wordy word. Well, whatever happened to you, good for you. I'm sure it was a damn sight prettier than what happened to me. Ooh. Since I'm here, I'm going to go with this rotational stretch. Bit of lower back, bit of glutes. Ooh, bit of upper back. And I'm going to work with slowing my breathing down. 5 in, 5 out. Oh. Ooh. Now a variation here. I'm going to cross one over and I'm going to hug into it. You can bend that if that's better for you. Oh boy, I'm going to be late for nursery run, so I appreciate you. I might have been a bit off today. It's been a rough day for me, honestly, so it feels so much better to have gotten that in, and I'm sure you do, whether you're having a good day or a bad day. So I look forward to kicking off week 12 with you in a couple of days. Peace and love, my friends. Thank you for everything, as always.